Hey there, this is Chrissy from Koloraddikt here with you for another weekly special where we talk about all things brand, marketing, and design. This week we have a special guest talking about how you can turn your passion into a business. So if you've been meaning to get that passion out of your head and into an actual sustainable business, we've got just a thing for you today. Stay tuned. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna invite some folks. Ooh, excuse me. Let me get some people in here. Invite them. Get them into the show. Get our guest in here. There she is. Sorry if you guys were trying to join before. The signal was really weird. So I'm not really sure what was happening there, but it just was saying poor connection. So we should be good. So I got her invited in here. And again, we're talking about how to turn your passion into a business. So let me get her in here. Request. Beautiful. There we go. How are you?
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can hear you perfect.
Perfectly.
Can hear you perfect.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi. Hi, Alun. So you're here to talk to us about how to discover your passion and then how to turn it into a business. So tell us a little bit more about that. We're interested to hear it.
Okay, just a little bit of housekeeping. I'd like to introduce myself to your audience. And hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this beautiful community. Thank you for supporting Chrissy as well. So my name is Alun Da Silva, and just a quick update of how I started and what I'm all about. So I teach female entrepreneurs mainly how they can discover their passion and turn into a business. And why did I start this? I started a couple of years ago when I myself found myself at rock bottom in my life, having nothing and really having to recreate a new story and a new self, and discovering tools that have helped me build a business online. And I thought, now that I know how and did things that helped me, why would I share with more people, especially women? Because sometimes we can feel disempowered when we don't have our finances, when we're not in charge of our finances. So my goal in life is really to empower women to take care of themselves, especially in the financial sector, so that they are not dependent on any other factors, and they can reclaim their self-esteem back, reclaim their powers back, and really to serve the world on a larger scale. So that's a quick kind of housekeeping to put inside. So today I'm getting to the topic I'm going to share today about how to discover your passion and turn it into a business. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm not going to share anything new. This is not something that is out of the world. This is something that many of us know intuitively, but knowing sometimes in our mind doesn't translate into getting the results of what we know. You get your result by putting in place specific strategies that are going to lead you to where you go. Some things you do every single day, regularly and consistently, that I would say in compounding effect gives you the result that you desire. So how do you want me to proceed? You want me to get into the content right away, or?
Yeah, just dive right in. We're very actionable and direct to the point. So definitely.
Okay, great. So I think you mentioned I have about 10 to 15 minutes to talk about this, and I might be less than that because this is really a quick introduction onto just bringing you an awareness that whatever field, whatever sector you are in, you can definitely transform that sector into a business, whatever you're interested in. Even if you're a homemade person, or a home taker, caretaker, I would say, or whatever interest you have. You love flowers, you love laying your bed or something, you just have something about making your bed look beautiful. That can become a business, because believe it or not, I would love someone to lay my bed. Anyway, so my point is, whatever you're interested in, believe it that you can turn into a business. And today I'm going to share 4 simple things that you can start to consider that's going to lead you in the right direction. And remember that there are no quick fix. If you really want to build something that is worthwhile, then you want to give yourself the time and you want to give yourself the energy, right? Because I believe that when you have strong foundations that can stand the storm, that's when you really build something that's worthwhile. And for you to build something that's worthwhile, then you need to take the time, the energy required, and not just try to cut corners and do some cookie cutter things, because they don't really work in the long run.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. And by the way, I get really excited when I'm talking about my stuff. So if I'm speaking too fast, please just tell me, calm down, Alun, and I'm just gonna understand.
You're good. You're good. I talk fast too.
Well, guys, so the first thing I'm going to share will be, in order to turn your passion into a business, you've got to understand 4 key things. And number 1 is the what, the why, the how, the when, and then I'm going to leave the bonus at the end. I'm going to share that one later. So what do I mean by the what? If you're going to turn your passion into a business, you've first of all have to understand, what do you want out of life? You need to ask yourself the real questions. What do you want out of life, right? Because everything, I truly believe that whatever you build that's really going to last need to revolve around your own identity as a person. And your business is not different from you. As a matter of fact, your business is going to grow as much as you, the person, grows. So you've got to start from that point of view of, what do I want ultimately out of my life? You've got to have clarity on that. What do you want out of life, right? What kind of life do you want to live? Have a vision for what you want. And then from that vision, how can you structure your business so that your business supports that vision? Those are questions. And I always advise, my friends and colleagues and people that work with me to have the habit of journaling or writing down. This is so important, because many of these questions, you get to the core of them when you write them down. That's when you get to understand them and go deeper. So number 1, so turning your passion into a business, number 1 thing that you have to consider is, what do you want out of life? And then what kind of business can you build that's going to support that structure? And I said this conversation by kind of pre-framing that anything you're interested in can turn into a business. And for some people, their mind could go, wait, what? Really? Okay, I'm interested in, I don't know, what is the weirdest thing you could be interested in? Let's say, I don't know, I'm interested in moving chairs. Let's say moving chairs. That's something so weird that you don't even know how can you make money from moving chairs. Now, one thing I would like to say here is that when you understand that making more money or earning money comes from giving value, and when you can find a way to give value in anything that you're interested in, you make that money. If you're interested in moving chairs and you can find a way to be creative, to really let other people know that maybe there are different ways of moving chairs, or why is it important to understand that this way of moving a chair is actually better and can serve them better. If you can find a way to bring creativity into whatever you're interested in and find the right people then to serve, then there's no way you can't make a living out of it, right? And of course, every interest, you need like specific strategies, and you are going to discover that when you start your journey, because it's all about the journey. Don't wait until you know everything. Start right where you are. The moment you feel like there is something in you that you want to put out there, start right there. And thank God for Instagram. You can start just today. Start today, right? Don't wait for an audience. Don't wait for any. Just start. Speak to yourself. Start by speaking to yourself, because you know what? The videos that you're going to be posting out today might not be for people today. They might be for people in 2 years, in 3 years, 4 years. They might be for people who are in kindergarten today, and they're going to see this in 10 years, in 20 years. Those videos might not be for people today. So start right now. So before I go on a rant and everything, let's come back to what we're talking about. So we're talking about get clarity, understand your what do you want out of your life, and then how can you structure your business so your business can support your desired lifestyle. And of course, all of these strategies I'm sharing with you, we can go deeper on what are the specific things you can do every day to be able to support that. But I'll quickly move to point number 2 on how to turn your passion into a business. And number 2 is why. Why do you want that? Why do you want that particular thing? And there are 2 questions here. Why do you want the lifestyle in the first place? And why would you structure your business in such a way so that it supports that lifestyle? And to go beyond that, who are the people you want to serve by wanting this lifestyle? So when I say your why, as per why do you want it, what is your fuel? Many of us will do more for other people than we do for ourselves. For me, one of my greatest drive in life is to be able to support my family. You know, my mom, my dad, and they can support themselves, but I have a greater vision. And I'm thinking of how can we take whatever they've built to the next level? How can we expand whatever they've built? How can I take it to the next level? How can we have new experiences? How can we travel around the world? We're not thinking about money or anything. How can we just connect with other cultures and not only limit ourselves to our own culture? So what is your why? For me, my why is to be able to travel with my whole family whenever we want it, you know, to be able to experience the world and other cultures. And I would do more. The reason why I'm driven by this is because I want them to be happy. If my why was just, oh, I want to be happy, I want to travel, I'll be like, I'm not quite excited. And that's me. It's important to find your what really excites you. That's me, right? For me, I really want to see my family thrive, for us to connect, for us to travel and everything. And every day that that gives me the energy to go beyond myself, even when I feel like I can't do this, I'm tired, I'm depressed, or this and everything, or I feel depressed, I'll say. But when I think about what is my why, what is my fuel, I'm doing this because I want to see a smile in the face of my parents or my siblings or, you know, the people that I care about. So when you're able to touch your why every single day, your why is the fuel. I call it the fuel. This is what is going to take you through in your toughest time, because it is going to get tough. Believe me, because life is a cycle. There's an up, there's a down, there's an up and there's a down, and nothing is fixed and nothing is permanent. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, but it's still going to go up and it's still going to go down, and it goes that way. And what are you going to do when it's down? What you do when life is tough determines who you become. And you've got to get, when you do what you do when gets tough determines who you become. So when you have your why, when you get in touch with why do I want what I want, and you are clear about that, and you get to emotionally connect with every single day, then you have that energy to do whatever it takes, as long as it doesn't hurt someone else. And this is the caveat. You do whatever it takes as long as it doesn't hurt someone else to achieve your goals. And that's your fuel. This is what is going to keep you alive, right? And go for it. Because there are days where I'm like, no, I don't want to show one more video. I'm done. No. No, the camera, no, I'm done. I've shot like 10 videos today. I'm tired. I've changed my clothes like more than 10 times. I'm so tired. But then my team's like, no, we need another reel. We need to plan. I'm like, guys, I'm super tired. But okay, let me go and freshen up, and let's come back to you, because I'm like, I have a why. I have a desire to accomplish a specific goal, not only for me, but for my family, and even for, you know, my family to come. Right? So when you're able to touch your why, it gives you the fuel, the momentum that you need to be able to, you know, to overcome those down days that we all do have. So that's number two. And I promise I'm going to calm down. I get too excited. I need to take a breath.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Well, so point number 3 on how you can turn your passion into a business is to understand the how. Now we get to the how. And many people do start with, the how. You know, whenever they're like, okay, I want to start a business, how can I start a business? When you start with your how, is a sure way for you to be overwhelmed and then to get tired at the end, because you start with all these strategies. Oh, let's do this, let's post this, let's do that, but then you're not emotionally invested. You don't understand what you want, where you're going as the vision, and you don't know your why. And then you just start with, okay, let's post, let's do this on Instagram, do that. And at the end of the day, you're confused about where do you want your business to go. So that's why I put in number 3. The how comes after you understand your what, as your vision. After you understand your why, which is your fuel, then come the how. And these are the strategies. So in my note, I wrote that what strategies do you need to implement in order to get where you want to get? This is where we talk about strategies, because strategies are very important, right? And here you have 2 questions to ask yourself. Number 1 is, who do you need to reach out to? I actually believe that your next opportunity is in the hands of someone else. All of us, I'm just, nobody can really pull up something substantial just by themselves, right? And you know, I don't know about you, Christy, but I guess I have a team of people working with you, and I do the same as well. Even if we're on a small scale, and imagine if you really want to build something that's going to support your life and support your vision, you need people to come together and support what you want to achieve. And number 1 is to ask yourself, who do I need to reach out to? Who can help me? This is very important. It's very important. And whether the help might not be at the beginning, the help might not be who's going to post my Instagram posts or everything, but the help might just be who is going to teach me the strategies that I need. Whose free video can I watch? Whose YouTube channel can I watch? Whose Instagram page can I watch? Where can I learn these tools from? Before you can even take one step further and be like, okay, I'm going to get a coach, whether it's online, I'm going to pay for a course and get a subscription somewhere and get to know the strategies that are going to help you improve the capabilities that you need to be able to build that business. And the second question you need to ask yourself on the how would be, what do you need to learn in order to get what you desire? And this is very important. I always tell my, the people that I get to serve, that I'm privileged to serve, that between where you are right now and your vision, there is a gap. And the gap is what you don't know. The gap is like a black box. That's what you don't know. You're right here, your vision is here, and there is a gap. And the gap is what you don't know. And how can you fill up that gap? You can fill up that gap by knowing, by learning. So you need to ask yourself, what do I need to learn in order to get what I desire? If you want to start a business, the first thing to do is to get awareness, get knowledge about how can you start a business online. And don't cut corners. Start by, if you don't have budget right now, start by getting lots and lots of free content online. Get yourself a YouTube coach, I would say, and get yourself Instagram. Follow Chrissy, follow me, learn the tools that you need. And I was going through Chrissy's page today, and she shared great strategies for how to kind of strategize your goals for 2022. Amazing. And these are things that maybe took Chrissy years. These are things that took me years to discover, to be honest. These are things that took me reading books, going to seminars, doing stuff to know them. And then she's sharing them in a post, and you can go through her page for free and learn those things. You can start. There's always a place to start. And if you don't have a budget, start by following people who first of all inspire you, and secondly, they have the result of what you want. They are already doing what you want, and it's important. So the how is to start by getting the knowledge, get the capabilities that you need, right? Whether you pay for a course or you follow someone free online, whatever you can do right now to be able to make a difference and to start the journey towards what you want to accomplish. The caveat here is, don't wait. The best time to take action is when you are inspired. At the moment of inspiration, that's the best time to take action. If you've ever listened to someone and you're inspired by them, take action right there. Follow them, listen to them right then and there. It's very important to take action in the moment. And the fourth thing you can do to turn your passion into a business is to understand, or I would say to determine the when. And that's the time frame, right? What is your time frame? And this is the kicker, because many people, we have all this vision, hurry, we want to be here, and then we never put a time frame. It's like in the future, 100 years from now, and if you're still alive, right? We'll never be like, okay, I see myself in 1 year from now, I'm going to be different. In 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years. How do you see yourself 1 year from now? Heck, how do you see yourself 1 week from now? It's even more important. How do you see yourself? So if you really want to, there's one of my favorite quotes that says that if your goal does not have a deadline, it's just a wish. And if it's a wish, it's just going to disappear in the air. But if you write your desires and you put a time frame, but in 2000, in 1 year or 2 years, I want to be XXX in different areas of your life. And I teach how you can transform 8 categories of your life, because I use 8 categories and I teach how you can transform those things. But that's another topic for another day. Today we're talking about how you can turn your passion into a business, and we're talking about adding a time frame. What is your time frame? By when do you want to achieve this specific goal? When do you desire to attain your goal is very important, because this is going to determine your exact strategy. What you're going to do every single day. What are going to be your numbers? How are you going to measure them? This is what going to determine, and this is also going to be a kind of a fuel for you, because if your goal is to let's say increase your sales by 50%, have a specific number. If you increase your sales by 50%, like having $10,000 per month, have a specific number. And when the month is closing and you know that you're not even anywhere close to $10,000, you know that, oh, this is like, a timer, or we've got to do something. If there's no time this month, we've got to do something early next month, so that by the end of next month, we can hit this goal. So it puts you and your team on your toes to make sure that you achieve this goal. And I actually have, a bonus point here that I wanted to share with you guys on how to turn your passion into a business. My last and bonus point will be take action. I like to call it MYA, which is move your ass. The only way you can get anything done is to get it done. Nothing is going to happen if you don't do anything. Nothing ever happens by you just thinking about it and sitting there and doing nothing. You've got to do something. And that's why I always encourage people that I have the privilege to serve, that the moment you're inspired, take action, do one thing, follow that person. That could just be the action that you do. Write something down. That could just be an action. Do something. Just make sure you take action, because nothing's ever going to happen if you don't do anything. And that's very important, right? So my question to you here will be, what can you do every day in order to attain your goal within the set time? And these are questions I ask myself every single day. What can you do every single day in order to make sure that by the set goal, whether it's the end of the year, I am going to meet XXX goal, whether it's to increase sales by 50%, whether it's to have a new hire or have 5 new hires. What is your goal, and what can you do every single day? Because there are things you can do every single day that will determine the outcome you get by the end of your set time, right? So when you ask yourself, what can I do every single day? And you make sure you write those points down and you follow on them. And just to end here, this is the importance of having a coach, of following someone like Chrissy or myself. This is very important, because then there are specific strategies you can learn. We can't. No, there's so many strategies, and we can't exhaust everything on just one line. We're going to talk about everything. It's going to take us a lifetime to talk about everything. But when you follow Chrissy from time to time, whenever she shares something on her daily post or whenever she posts, and you can pick one strategy. You can pick one strategy, and maybe she shares 10, and you're like, oh, all these 10 are too much, and you pick only one. If you stick to one strategy and you master it, you're going to get a lot of results from it, right? So in a nutshell, let's put everything together. What I'm saying today, I've ranted a lot, said so many things. Please forgive me if I spoke so fast, but my point here is, one way to turn your passion into business is make sure you take massive action. Understand your what you desire, understand your why, understand the how, and when do you want to achieve this goal. So that's what I have for you guys. And just before I allow Chrissy to take it away here, I just have one more thing to help your strategy, is
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're unfortunately like right at time. So if we have any questions, how can we reach out to you if we have questions after this?
Okay, great. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram right here at Ask Alun Anything. My name is Alun, and I thought when I started there, I thought, okay, I'm not trying to say I'm a guru. I know everything. No, not at all. I just thought if you have any question, you can ask me about business, about relationship, about career, personal life, and I will try my best to find answers that have helped me, right? And I'll share them with you. And if really I don't know it, I can refer you to a coach or refer you to someone that has the answers for you. So you can reach me at Ask Alun Anything here on Instagram, same as YouTube. And you can go to my website as well, askalunanything.com, and you can find me there.
Beautiful. I'll make sure we tag your Instagram in the description when we post the replay. If you guys have any questions or if you're watching this later, make sure to connect with her, okay, guys? All right, we're going to wrap up, and people are joining now. But we're going to wrap up. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you later, Alun.
Well, thank you so much. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.